this is my audience, and these are my note cards. Hello, my name is Adriana Penders, and my speech is about Deborah Sampson. Women during the Revolutionary War went through extreme measures to help support and fight for their country. By dressing up as men, fighting, and creating new identities for themselves, Deborah Sampson was one of those women. She dressed as a man and changed her name to Robert Shirtliff. She ended up fighting for 18 months before she was injured and honorably discharged. To prepare myself for this speech, I had read Biography of Deborah Sampson, Revolutionary War Hero. Deborah Sampson, article from the National Women's History Museum, and Deborah Sampson, woman warrior of the American Revolutionary War. Deborah Sampson was born December 17, 1760 in Plymouth, Massachusetts. Her parents were descendants of the Pilgrims that were on the Mayflower. When she was young, Deborah's father had abandoned her and Deborah's family, leaving her with just her mother, who could not afford to take care of the children. She ended up giving Deborah up for adoption. Her new family did not believe that woman deserved an education, so Deborah would steal her brother's books, that way so she would receive the education that she wanted. When Deborah was 18, she researched the average height of a male and found out that she was just shy an inch. She then dressed herself as a man and created a new identity for herself, which was Robert Shirtliff. She joined the 4th Massachusetts Regiment and served for 18 months before she was injured by getting 2 bullets lodged into her thigh. Before then, she was reassigned as waiter, and she became ill, which then, when she went to the doctor, she was discovered that she was not a male. She was not in trouble by her generals either. They kind of found it amusing and funny that she was able to put off her identity for so long. After war, she then met her new husband, Benjamin Garnett. He was a father, and they ended up having 4 children together. During her marriage, she petitioned for back pay and only received a little bit of money from that. And she ended up touring over 1,000 miles. She died in her late 60s, and due to her family being in poverty, she was not able to afford a tombstone. But later on, they were able to get a tombstone for her. Her husband petitioned for her when she had just died. Her husband had petitioned a year after she had died to receive money as a spouse of a soldier. Deborah is a major part of women's rights and fight for proper pay. Deborah spent her life fighting for her education, fighting in war, and fighting for proper pay alongside the family she created. Deborah's mission was to prove that no matter your sex, size, and education, you can be who you want and do exactly what you want.